bout at 160 pounds. Brad Christie, a senior, the second seed from Fort Lee at 30-1, will take on Scott Garren of Paulsboro, a senior, the top seed at 34-0. Garren's in the red, Christie in the orange and black.
And right off the whistle, both wrestlers start mixing it up. Both exchange shots. As they go off, and Christie takes a little spill.
Garren was third last year at 152 when he wrestled for Oakcrest. Earlier this year, he was a winner over a state runner-up for Virginia. He only has one loss over the last 2 years. He's won 66 in a row. And that's why Garren is the top seed here from Paulsboro. Well, what a year for Paulsboro, the #1 team in New Jersey. They were officially honored that award earlier here today in Atlantic City. But we all knew it was going to happen because they went to Phillipsburg and picked up the victory there.
Christie in on a single. Trying to bring Garren over his shoulders.
But Garren, well, kind of cupping under the chin of Christie. Block off.
Did a nice job. Yeah, he knew where he was, knew that he didn't have to panic. He was able to fight off that takedown.
Garren has only been taken down twice this season.
Christie with another shot. Can't reach, though. Garren counters with front head and arm. Now goes to an underhook. Tries to throw it by. Can't do it.
Well, they'll go off with 39 seconds to wrestle. And some fans have the view from behind the pillars here today. Christie blocked off on a single attempt. We mentioned Garren only taken down twice this year. One of them happened in the semifinals earlier today when he beat Brian Brittingham of Washington. That score was 8-2, so maybe he got his wake-up call.
Tries to throw. Christie able to counter it as they go off.
But no points awarded either way. Well, that was a little risky. He tried to throw it at Garren, and he kind of slipped off a little bit.
Yeah, fortunately they were towards the edge of the mat. Maybe he knew that.
You see Paul Marina, the head coach of Garren. 2 seconds to go, and time will wind out. We are scoreless at the end of the first period. Well, you saw Paul Marina there. He's the gentleman on the left with the shirt and tie, and I'll tell you what, earlier today he was awarded the Coach of the Year in the Garden State. Not only does he have the #1 team in New Jersey, but he is the Coach of the Year. So what a year for Paulsboro, and they have one wrestler in the finals here today. That would cap off the year having a state champ, huh?
It's not too bad, yeah. You don't have those too many years like that, and he should be very proud of his accomplishments this year. Christie trying to come off the bottom, but we have a potentially dangerous call. So he'll go back down.
I know that I would be remiss if I didn't tell the fans out there that Paulsboro was last #1 in 1991.
There you go.
1:50 to wrestle here in his scoreless second period. Brad Christie in the black and orange from Fort Lee at 30-1, a senior, the second seed, trying to come out. And Scott Garren from Paulsboro won't let him go. Thought about going cross face, did Garren, gave up on that. So they'll come back to center. Gary Kessel is the referee in this bout at 160 pounds.
Christie gets set. Garren takes his position. And again, Christie tries to stand, and Garren throws a leg in. Has to bring him to the mat. He's able to do that. Now works across body ride.
113 to wrestle, still scoreless at 160. Richie said a little bit earlier, as you get the stalemate, that when wrestlers throw the legs in, the opponent really gets frustrated. But before I'll give you that question, Alex Amita in the white shirt is the head coach of Brad Christie. We'll look at Alex, as his wrestler is scoreless here in period number 2. 1 minute to wrestle. And Garren won't let him out.
Trying to throw a cradle, almost had it locked up. Christie able to stretch out just enough to break the grip. Garren now has the crossbody ride, trying to guillotine. He's done a nice job from the top position in this period.
Our producer, Stan Ritter, told me that Garren likes to throw cradles, and he'll do it almost at any time on the mat.
Well, he's thrown a couple of them so far. He hasn't been able to lock any of them up, though. We'll see if he can nail one.
But Garren has been throwing legs in, and why is that so frustrating to the wrestler on the bottom?
A lot of times you don't practice a lot. You know, in the room you do a lot of stand-ups, a lot of high turns, a lot of switches, but you don't do a lot of wrestling out of legs. And so when you get a guy that is good with them, it's very difficult. And I think it's more because you don't see it on a day-to-day basis. And if you do it in practice, it's usually just a drill with one guy just going 50%. And so when you go live action and the guy's good with them, it means a lot of trouble for the guy on the bottom.
Garren was warned for stalling. 22 seconds to go here in this second period. We are still scoreless at 160 pounds. The top seed, Garren from Paulsboro, taking on Christie from Fort Lee, the second seed.
Garren looking for either a guillotine or a split scissors. Christie not really doing a whole lot down there as the time expires in the second period.
All right, Rich is a three-time NCAA All-American. How do you change things to pick up a point here in period number 3? Let's say if you're Garren on the bottom.
I think off the whistle you want to explode, come to your feet. You know, you don't want to let the guy get his ride on you. And Garren does try to come to his feet. Tries a little side roll. And comes neutral.
So Garren is out, leading 1-0 via escape here in period number 3. Christie tries a shot in desperation from too far away. It's blocked off nicely by Garren, who goes front, head, and arm, and they go off. You know, with 1:39 to go, and let's say you're Christie trailing by a score of 2-1, you don't want to take that shot from too far outside on Garren. You want to get your shot at the right spot.
Yeah, there's still a lot of time. You want to get a good setup. Push the shot right there, maybe a little bit prematurely. Has the leg locked, although Garren is in a pretty good situation here to spin around. He's got a cradle locked up. If he can break the grip of Christie or take him to his hip. Christie now coming up through the middle. He can turn into Garren, possibly pick up a takedown. However, stalemate's going to be called.
And this one's going to go down to the wire. 1:08 to wrestle. Scott Garren of Paulsboro right there with a 1-0 lead over Brad Christie. The state title is on the line.
If you're Brad Christie, you just want to push the action right here. You have a stall warning against your opponent. But again, you don't want to take a shot that's too far outside.
Garren has the hands locked behind that right leg and trying to pick up and cup under the chin and take Christie over, but he rolled him right through.
He has the cradle locked up. If he can get his legs back and put the head in the side, take Christie off his base, he can pick up the takedown and possibly back points.
There's the takedown.
Working the head in the side. He's got a lot of time. Now he gives up on the cradle.
Garren with a 3-0 lead. 23 seconds to wrestle. Christie has to come out and get a takedown. And the way right now that Garren has him locked up, it doesn't seem probable.
And as you say that, Brad Christie turns in and gets a reversal. He has the bottom leg laced. He may run out of time, though.
He would have to turn Garren for a quick 2 count. He won't get time to do it. Scott Garren of Paulsboro, a 3-2 winner over Brad Christie from Fort Lee. And the team of the year and the coach of the year now have a state champion to talk about to cap off the 1999 season. Paul Marina, the head coach. What a year and what a ride. Paulsboro gets its champion in Scott Garren, who finishes his year at 35-0. Hope you're enjoying the action here on CNA. Stay with us. We'll be back to talk to the champion.
Welcome back. I'm here with the winner at 160, Scott. Everybody says you love to throw the cradle around. Today you did it, and it puts you over the top.
I mean, it's my go-to move. I got to go to it. Nothing better.
You say there is nothing better. I mean, you were just looking for it. I mean, you were sitting there, you would look for it, you really didn't try anything else. You just wanted to get him in the cradle and score.
That's my strongest move. This is the biggest match of the year. So, I mean, you got to use that combination.
We're taking a look at the move that you did right now. Tell us how you worked it.
He shot in. He's a good shooter, and I was just able to get up above him and a little stronger. That instance felt pretty good and just kept going with it.
Scott, you had an undefeated season. Tell me how that feels.
Nothing better. It's outstanding.
Scott Garren from Paulsboro, congratulations, your winner at 160 today. Mick, Rich?
Perfect ending to the perfect season. A state championship for the Coach of the Year and the Team of the Year in New Jersey. Paulsboro is #1.